Hello, my name's John Palfrey. Welcome to our series of webinars. The third webinar in our program today is focusing on the use of the ROSC20 solar PV system that you can see over my back left shoulder here in conjunction with our Enermax Smart Cube tank. We're talking about a vertical heating element that heats the unpressurized water in the tank. The energy source comes via solar PV collectors, a DC direct current supply from a 2 kilowatt array of collectors. Today I'll be running the webinar as such, talking to the Energy Smart Water General Manager. I'll be talking to our Renewable engineer, Harvey Roses, but also I'd like to introduce to you today one of Australia's leading hydraulic consultants, Mr. Steve Campbell from the SPP Group. Good morning, Steve. How are you?
Very good, John. Good morning.
Steve, thanks very much for your time today. I thought it'd be very appropriate that with these webinar series that we're running at the moment due to lockdowns, that we can't get out into the industry as much, and we want to take information into the industry and market, to talk to somebody like yourself in relation to the ROSC20 solar PV system particularly. Steve, you've been a hydraulic consultant for many, many years in Australia. What brought you to that particular product, Steve? What gave you the opportunity to look at it and use it into some of the designs that you've been doing in recent times?
Well, what's pushing us and moving us forward in these type of units is the ESD consultants.
Yep.
They are requesting solar use or other types of hot water units, yep. Which could be heat pumps or something similar.
Yep.
So in the where I've been specifying them is mainly in the warehouse market,
right?
And obviously solar heat pumps really are not the proper unit to install in that particular type of building.
Yeah.
Because there's really nowhere to put the heat pump unit.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking around for another alternative, and obviously the ROSC20 unit fitted the bill.
Yeah, sure. So in terms of 2 kilowatts of PV collectors on the roof only, mate, did you see that also as an advantage with this system type? I know you and I have discussed over many years, thermal solar, tank on roof, etc. Was that one of the reasons also, mate, from a pure design aspect that brought you toward this product?
Yeah, obviously, yes, it makes installation so much easier. The other thing is that we can tap into the solar panels that are already being installed. Yep. And generally it's, as a bare minimum, like 100 kilowatts. So we can so to speak, take some of those PV panels and plug them into your unit, or yep. We can have a standalone system. But yep. Basically, every warehouse now is having solar PV panels on the roof. Yep. And it's great that a plumbing contractor, doesn't have to get on the roof and install water type panels with flow and return pipe work with pumps, etc. So now we have this alternative which makes life so much easier in construction, and also from a design point of view, it makes life so much simpler as well.
Mate, the options, I guess, Steve, of the 300 and 500 litre tank in terms of your storage capacity. Tell us a little bit about warehouses typically, mate, from a hydraulic design aspect. Your fixtures, we're not talking lots of heated water requirement, but just a sort of a basic need, if you like, in terms of the sizing of what you're looking for.
Yeah, so generally in the warehouses have small office footprints compared to the rest of the warehouse, and generally there's either just a ground floor amenities, or sometimes there's a first floor amenities as well. But the numbers of fixtures are small, yep. And the high users, obviously, of hot water would be showers, and there's low numbers of those as well. So therefore, the 300 litre unit is just perfect for what we are designing to.
Right, okay. And you're locating those internally, mostly, Steve, as per the code. So, you know, in a sort of a space where access can be gained for servicing and maintenance, but meeting the need for the footprint of the system.
Yeah. Generally, we're locating them inside a cleaner's room.
Yep.
Where the cleaner's sink is, and basically it's taking up a footprint of more conventional hot water units, so that's not a inconvenience to anyone.
Sure. Yep. And you mentioned before, mate, being sort of governed in a way by ESD consultants, moving, you know, the industry into this space. Have you had any feedback, Steve, from people like that, or builders or on-site contractors relative? You mentioned before the ease of the installation and that sort of thing. I know there's been a number of jobs that the systems have gone into recently. Has there been any feedback from site, mate?
From site, from the plumbing contractor's point of view, they tell me they're obviously a lot easier to install.
Yep.
From the ESD consultant's point of view, we tick all their boxes, and so they like what we're doing.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. Look, Steve, again, thanks very much for your time today. We appreciate the opportunity to have you discuss in brief detail the ROSC 20, the options, as you mentioned before, either dedicated PV or excess PV, with other units that we have in our range, into today's case study topic being industrial warehouses. Thanks very much, Steve Campbell from the SPP Group. We look forward to catching up with you soon. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you, guys. Bye.